We are assembled here to remember the men and the ships who did fight for freedom and who paid the ultimate price. But the graves of hundreds of sailors of the Royal Navy and some soldiers who were with them are invisible below the waters of the fjords and the sea. Their graves are the wrecks of the ships. They had no memorial on land in Norway until a Briton and a Norwegian decided that there should be one. In 1940, John Gritten was a stoker on the destroyer HMS Afridi, which was sunk soon after leaving Namsos with some of the last of the soldiers. Jens-Anton Andersen is the son of Namsos' harbour master in 1940. The result was this memorial.
There are no exclusively British war cemeteries in Norway. The Norwegian Sea and the fjords are the graves for most of our men who died in the 13 Royal Navy ships that were sunk in the Norwegian Campaign. Our soldiers and airmen were buried in over 980 churchyards and civilian cemeteries, which have been conscientiously looked after by local people even during the war under the noses of the Nazis. In case this sounds rather detached and dispassionate, way of remembering these men's sacrifices, I would like to end on a personal note. An appeal on the internet was brought to my attention recently. It was from the nephew of one of the 100 men who died when one of the ships inscribed on this memorial was hit by 2 bombs. He was seeking anyone who remembered his uncle, Jim Robertson. I knew instantly whom he meant, and it came as a shock. Just before this ship's last voyage, escorting the evacuation convoy from Namsos on its way back to the Shetlands, all the engine room departments, watchkeepers on this ship, were changed around. Jim was watchkeeping in the place where I had been doing it up to that last voyage. He died instead of me. Jim was a very genial and likeable 24-year-old whom I also admired for being so efficient at his job. It is to him and to all our shipmates who did not survive that I pay my own personal tribute when laying these flowers on behalf of all of us.
As we stand here, safe and free, I wonder why it had to be that they should die for you and me. On all the oceans, white caps flow, but they do not have crosses row on row. For those who rest beneath the sea, rest in peace, because our country is free.
Today I'd like to remember, though, another warrior. He did not die in 1940. He survived the sinking of the Afridi off the coast of Norway. In the late 1990s, he set forth on another Norwegian campaign. He was to resurrect this forgotten war and place Namsos in its rightful place in history. He did that. This was our friend John Gritten. As you know, John passed away recently, and his spirit will always be in Namsos, in my opinion. He was a quiet-spoken, good listener. I think he was a great man. I like to think of him as a friend, so today my thoughts go out to Ander, as well as those that fought in this place. To John I say, Selah, my friend, you did good work, you made a difference.